Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caitlin if you're new here, and today I have a huge book haul. I know I filmed one 2 months ago, and I know I said I'm gonna go on a book buying van. We know how well that went. It didn't go well. I bought an abnormal amount of books. Let's count them. 16. I'm doing great. I loved it. It was great buying all of them. I bought way too many, but I don't care. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So the first one I bought, you're gonna be like, why did you buy this? And that was just an original edition of The First Crescent City. You wanna know why? So that when I do read it and I annotate it, I don't mess up the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Yeah, I know. I hear the judgment. I hear it from a mile away, but I feel like that's a valid reason to buy it. Like, I know I'm gonna be reading it soon. I'm doing the tandem read, so I'm like, I'm inching up to having to read this book. So I needed it because I needed something to annotate, and I was not touching my exclusive editions of Crescent City 1 and 2. Next, I got Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. The only reason I bought this one, and I have not read Keeping 13, is for the ombre. The reasonings are getting worse. But I am really excited to read this book when I get around to it. It is really small though. It's like less than 500 pages, which I thought it wasn't. But I think Redeeming Six is like the really big one of the bunch. So I am really excited to read this though. Next, I finally found it in paperback, and that was Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. I have the first two, Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed. So I was like, okay, at this point, even if I don't like the series, I still need the third one, but I think I'll really like this series, so I figured might as well have it when I finish Kingdom of the Cursed, and if that ends on a cliffhanger, then I just have Kingdom of the Feared ready to go. This is also my favorite of the covers. I don't know, I love the red. That's my thing. I love it. Next we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I did not know there was going to be a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of this one, but this is gorgeous. I love this. It also has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has the, like, I guess frayed paper edges is what you can call them. I'm not really sure what they're called, but this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. This is like a cozy fantasy book, so I am planning to read this one hopefully really soon. So it is just gorgeous. It is so pretty. How many times can I say how beautiful this cover is? Too many. I know what you're gonna say. You have Kindle Unlimited. Why did you buy this? You have not even read it. I wanted it. I love the cover. And that's Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is a cowboy romance. Like, these are all on Kindle Unlimited. I definitely did not need this, but it was buy one get one half off, and this was the half off book. So I was like, hypothetically, I was gonna buy it anyway, and it's on sale now. So like, why not? The reasonings for buying these books are just getting worse, but we're gonna ignore it, and you're gonna love the book haul. You're gonna be like, oh my god, best book ever. I don't know, is it the best book ever? I guess I'll find out. I think it's about a cowboy and his, like, almost like social media manager in a way, like making sure that he's not like going crazy. I'm excited to read it. This one, I had a reason for it because it was taken off Kindle Unlimited like right before I went to read it on Kindle Unlimited, because she got traditionally picked up, I'm pretty sure, and I saw it in Barnes & Noble, and I was like, I needed it. Like, if I let it sit there, it would have probably screamed at me as I was like walking out of the store. So I just had to pick it up. I had to. Butcher and Blackbird by Brynn Weaver. Let me tell you something. I loved the Mindfuck series, and apparently if you love the Mindfuck series, you're gonna really like this book. So I can't wait. I'm so excited to read this one. It's like a serial killer dark rom-com is what I've heard. Say less. Also, accidental cannibalism. We're gonna ignore the trigger warning, okay? Yeah. Next one I bought solely because I couldn't stand how the blue cover looked, and it wasn't on Kindle Unlimited, at least not yet, I don't know. That's Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. This is also a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because it's pink. That's it. I think that's literally it. But I needed it in my life. This is like a love triangle, I'm pretty sure, and she lives in London, and she has like really hot roommates. Can't blame her. Cannot blame her. But I'm really excited to get around to this. I want to see how Elle Kennedy's writing is when it's not like a college hockey romance. This is like her, like, kind of like dive away from it. So I'm excited to see if I really enjoy this book. I think I will, but we'll have to find out, I guess. Also, I kind of match the cover. Love that. Next, we have One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. Now, I was in between this one and Masters of Death, but I heard this one's like a lot of people's favorites of her books alongside the Atlas 6. And so I went ahead and got this one. Also, let me just show you, like, there's cover art on the beginning, or not cover art, I guess just like book art, and on the ending one. This book is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is probably one of my favorite covers that I have. It's just, I love it. I'm eating it up already. I haven't read the book, but I just know I'm gonna love it. Next, I am diving into my little Cassandra Clare world, and I got City of Bones by her. This is book 1 in the Mortal Instruments series. I was really conflicted on if I started with this one or the Infernal Devices, or Infernal, one of those words, devices, and I went ahead and did City of Bones. I also don't like the little half, I hate that, but we're gonna ignore it, and I'm really excited to see if I like this book. Also, the text is huge in this series, like huge. I'm so excited. Like, I won't have to to read it, so I'm really excited to get around to this. I don't know when I'm gonna read this series. I may do like a whole reading vlog about it. I don't know, maybe I'll get around to it, or maybe I won't. I don't know. This is another one I saw at Barnes & Noble, did not realize it was out. I thought it still had another month, and that was The Catch by Amy Leah. This is the 3rd book in an interconnected standalone series of Set on You, which is one of my favorite books, X's and O's, which is the 2nd book, and then The Catch. I don't know what this one's about. I think she's an influencer. Yeah, she's a Boston fashion influencer, and I think he's a fisherman. I just know he's hot. I just know he's hot, and that's all that matters. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to this. I guess whenever I read X's and O's. I don't know. This is one I definitely didn't need, because I don't know when I'll read it. I've had X's and O's forever. Still haven't read it, so I definitely didn't need this book, but it was just really cute. How was I not supposed to? I just had to. I kind of blacked out when I was in Barnes & Noble, so most of these books, I don't know why I bought them. I don't know when I'll read them, but it's okay. They'll look pretty on the shelves until then. Next 2 that I got is because I read Delilah Green Doesn't Care, so that is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. I'm honestly more excited for Iris Kelly Doesn't Date only because I really like Iris, but I also really liked Astrid, so I'm hoping her book is really good. I'm looking forward to this one. So that was the only reason I bought these. I also would like to tell you that I did buy Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail on Amazon, and they sent me, I think it was like the indie version of it. I don't really know what version of where it was from, but when I tell you it was significant, it was like next to Delilah Green Doesn't Care. It looked like that almost. I was like, and I couldn't have that, so I took it back. And I went to Barnes & Noble and got the Berkeley version of it because they're all Berkeley published. So yeah, I'm excited to get around to these. I really liked Delilah Green Doesn't Care, other than the one little trope that happened that I didn't like. But we're looking past that, and hopefully it doesn't happen in these 2 books. I finally got When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I know I talked about this in all my books on my physical TBR, and I have Practice Makes Perfect, and I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get When in Rome, blah, 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 blah. I went on yapping about it. But I finally got it. I also read to chapter, if I can find it, there's a little note somewhere. I got to chapter 5. Softly DNF for now. I just was not in the mood for the romance, even though it is a closed door romance, so technically it's not really a romance, but it's a romance, and I was not feeling it. The just beginning, how they met, their meet cute, honestly would have terrified me to death. Just a girl. I'm just a girl, but it would have scared the shit out of me. She's better than me for real. But yeah, so I'm hoping I'll get back to this one soon because I think I'll really like Practice Makes Perfect, but I'm really hoping I like this one too. But sometimes it's the whole them being a celebrity or an influencer that sometimes just throws me off. I don't know. I don't know. It depends. Sometimes it can be done really, 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 really right. I said really a lot of times just now, but sometimes it could just be, and so far this is but I want to go back to this one. I might end up just restarting it because I really do have high hopes for this one, and Practice Makes Perfect. Next, we have one that I've already talked about in my last video, and that was Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I've actually already read this one. I rated it a 4-star. I recommend this. I'm going to get Swift and Saddled hopefully soon. Hopefully really soon. I'm hoping it's at my Barnes & Noble because sometimes my Barnes & Noble is a little behind sometimes, but lately they've been on their game with like new releases and stuff. So I'm hoping they really have Swift and Saddle, because that's the one I'm excited for. But until then, in this book haul, we have Done and Dusted. Then we have another one that I've already read, and that's Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I ended up rating this a 3-star. If you like paranormal romance, perfect. If you're getting into it, maybe I'm part of that group where I'm getting into it. It was but I don't regret buying it. I also like can't return it because I did annotate it. Like I just did some light underlining for the girls. Last book, it needed to be last because it's the best. The Mindfuck series by St. Abby, Miss Stabby. This series, I already read this one as well. It was also in my reading wrap up. Make it real close. Perfection in a book. When I tell you there was absolutely no complaints while reading this, none. Absolutely none. Zero. This book was perfection. If there's one book you take from any of my videos that I talk about and rate and rant about or love, please read this one. Although, please read the trigger warnings if you're going to read this one. This does have some very heavy subjects that they go in detail about. But if that doesn't shy you away, please read this book. Please, I will do anything. I will pay you any amount of money if it means that you'll read this series. It's also on Kindle Unlimited. It has broken up into 5 novellas. Start with The Risk. That's the first one. Please read it. Please read it. Please read it. My favorite novella in the series was definitely the second one, which is Sidetracked. This book is perfection. It needed it to be last. It needed its own little bit. I paid $30.52 to get this book in physical copy. If that tells you anything, how much I loved that, that should be your takeaway, is that I paid $30 for this book. Yeah, so that was all 16 books that I bought. Did I need all of them? Absolutely not. But am I a happy girl? Also, no. Just kidding. It made me really happy to buy all those books, so I have no regrets. I haven't had any buyer's guilt and anxiously returned all of them, so I feel like that's a good sign, because that's what's happened before. Let me go into a little story time. I once bought like 15 books and returned probably 9 of them on Amazon because I had like buyer's guilt. Because I was like, I don't need these. Oh my god, I need my money back. Blah, 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 blah. This hasn't happened with any of these books, so I'm really, really hopeful. I don't think it will happen. I hope it doesn't. And probably my return date on Amazon is expired, so even if I could, I couldn't. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like it was a little more chaotic, but oh well. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you love this video and you love me, I guess. I don't know. But I will see you guys in the next video, and like I said, hope you enjoyed it. Bye!